好，这一期采访视频是我在暑假的时候邀请来自加州大学洛杉矶分校的学姐一起录制的。那等现在我大学开学了，然后我再回头去剪辑，我发现还蛮有感触的。因为我觉得我从初高中开始，对于交朋友啊、社交的一个想法就是，我需要去走出去跟大家交流，然后交真心的朋友，但我也需要有自己的一个个人的一个思考空间。那么在接下来采访视频里面呢，我们来自 UCLA 非常优秀的学姐就会给大家讲一讲她在大一时候有点弯弯曲曲的一个心路历程，以及给大家的一些小建议。Hi everyone, I am Leslie, and this strong and smart woman sitting beside me is Yuling.
Hi, my name is Julie, and this strong and smart woman sitting next to me is the one who invited me here. Thank you for having me.
So, could you please just introduce yourself first?
Okay, so my name is Julie. I'm a rising junior at UCLA. I've been debating for 5 years and being a coach for 4 years. I'm currently studying global studies, which is like the study of globalization and its impact, as well as economics in college.
After 2 years of study, right? So, how do you feel about your major and how do you feel about the university study?
Well, it's complicated. So first of all, during my first year of college, I had a really bad time. Basically, went into a toxic friend group. Also, I didn't have a really clear concept of myself. I was really afraid of being alone. That's why whatever my friend requests me to do, I will do that. It's not about my friends are bad. It's just I do not know who I am and I have to follow their plans every single time, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I do have to have my own study plans, have my own relaxed plans, but then I just give up all of my plans in order to please them.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
But then also in the first year of college, I studied some really basic things like lower level division courses, which are not that challenging. So I'm not saying that I'm not happy about that, but because it's not that challenging, sometimes I'll feel why do I pay so much money to study something that I already learned?
Simple,
right?
Yeah.
Also, I would feel I didn't grow in my first year of college. The knowledge I have are still the knowledge that I already knew in high school, and then mentally I also didn't grow because now I'm afraid of being alone. I'm used to please the others instead of care of myself, right? Kind of like that. But then everything changed in the second year of college because I kind of embraced myself more. I enjoy to have my own time.
Identity.
Yeah, it's not only about identity. It's just about everyone will be alone sometime. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you are not popular.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I embrace my own time. Having my own plans. Also, all the courses are upper divisions now,
right.
Which means I need to put more effort. It's more challenging, but it also makes me feel I'm smarter.
Oh.
Because if other kids are not capable of doing that, and I am able to, this makes you feel good, right? It doesn't mean that I'm arrogant. I will help them with that, but this definitely makes me feel better.
Right. So it seems like choosing right friendship is kind of important for university
I'd say that right friend circle, it's not about the right. I would still say that it's not their fault. It's basically my fault. It's just about when you don't know what kind of people you like, or when you don't know should I hang out with them, just do not crush into a circle that you probably will not like simply because you feel lonely.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
After I heard about your university experience, I feel you like more challenging things.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it's to prove your abilities.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you can also learn some new things.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So for the future, what challenging things or will you learn or will you do, you think?
I think I am always open to new challenges.
Right.
Last year, I tried the case competition for the first time. I've never thought that I would do something like accounting or case analysis before, because I'm not an econ person at all. I choose this double major in econ basically because, well, I think method is really important. Also, second, my parents want me to. Although I know that you have to have some of your own plans. You don't need to follow parents' advice all the time, but I still think that since they are the ones who pay my tuition fee, like it is necessary to sometimes listen to them.
Listen
right?
to them.
Yeah. But then I'm not really interested in that part though. However, last quarter actually, I had a case competition, and one of my friends described this to me, and I feel like, okay, it's actually kind of interesting. Why don't I just try for one time? So we got into the final competition. We didn't win at last, but it's still a really good experience. I probably would like go for more of those competitions in the future.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like trying some competitions and challenges of different area that you study.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Like it's like jumping out of the comfort zone.
Exactly,
always
and
try some new
sometimes
things.
like comfort zone probably will not make you feel comfortable.
Right.
I'd say that during my first year of college, I tried a lot in the film occupation because I also want to be a film director when I was in high school. But I found that, okay, I feel like I would be happy, but actually I am not, because most of the courses that offered in the first year in college are like about theoretical, like film theories.
Right.
So those are not practical things. So actually I'm not happy about that. And then during the first quarter, in my second year, I was like, okay, so I did debate too. What about joining a debate club in our school? But then, first of all, the debate club in our school is not very good. Like, it's not a club with really high reputation.
Right.
And second of all, probably like British Parliament debate is not a debate that I actually like. I prefer the public forum debate more.
Oh.
So sometimes it's like, if you think that I will be happier in a comfort zone, probably it's not correct. Like probably the new challenge, something brand new out there is a thing that it will make you happier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like disagree with your statement that theoretical things are not important.
Oh yeah.
I would say like theory of filmmaking is like basic.
Yeah.
Because before you're doing some real production.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But it's just like it's not in a way that I imagined it.
Oh.
So like for example, in the first year I took a class called Introduction to Filmmaking Technique, right? I would say that I wrote 3 papers to discuss something like misunderstand, light, kind of like that. And the second paper is about like the race and identity in films, how those like affect the plot of the film. And third one is like to analyze the marketing technique of Get Out. Do you know that movie? Like Get Out?
逃出绝命镇, right?
Exactly.
I love that movie.
Right. I love that
one of
movie
my
as
favorites,
well.
definitely.
So I know that I enjoy the content of that class. I think those are important things, but also like I assume that we will also do some practical things.
Yeah, at least
class.
do something.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Do something. So how about let's talk more about the high school and how the connection between high school and university.
Yeah.
So I've read some articles about saying really good things about you, like in your high school, in your middle school. So for the high school experience of studying in the public school, not like an international school, what do you feel about how it prepares you for your future study, or how do you think like can you improve your high school?
Well, the downturn, like the negative side of studying in a public school instead of an international school, is that during my first year of college, I do not know how to write an essay. I don't know, because the only English practice that I had in my English essay practice in my high school was like, Xiaoming has a problem.
Right.
Like you want to write an email to like your friend Mike in the United States to explain 1, 2, 3. Can you write him a letter? Right. So this kind of thing, and then now you have to write an essay about like major factors in history that changed the style of American films.
Yes.
It's just like a major change. You cannot get used to it. So there are a lot of things that I just like cannot get used to in my first year of college.
Right.
But then I think, especially in a public high school, it is really easy for you to develop your own way of studying. I feel like the reason why I kind of like have a good performance in like high school, I say that, sorry. The reason why I have a kind of better experience performance in high school, while I did not actually put a lot of effort into it, is that I find my own way of studying. So I get to know things really quick. So even though like I cannot get used to all this like new styles of essay as well as like the studying like system in the United States that all the things are depend on yourself instead of depend on your TAs, depend on your teachers.
Right.
Like no one will check your homework and tell you like you have to do this. Like if you don't do this, fine. I will just not give you the points. That's it. That's it. United States colleges. So my experience in high school offered me a method so that I can fit into this roller quick. So at my second year of college, I already have my method here. That is, we have a lot of readings for some of our classes. Some of my, even like my US friends as native speakers, they cannot get the core thing of this thesis. But since I already have a lot of practices in high school, I know how to like get the core thing, how to study a really long material in a really short period of time. So that's become my strength here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Because I heard some people say that if you're not in an international school, like at least in high school or middle school, you will not do well in your university. So it seems like this kind of statement is not so correct.
I think it's correct and incorrect in the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people who struggle